Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Christiane Klein.
And I'm Denise Valdez. A First Amendment protest that led to criminal charges in Boulder City has now ended with city prosecutors being slammed by a higher court.
A district court judge has ruled that the actions of the Boulder City attorneys committed vindictive prosecution that violated free speech rights. The I-Team has followed this story for 2 years, and George Knapp has the latest.
Well, this started as a simple act of protest on the part of John Hunt, a Boulder City man who was arrested for the act of walking across the street. Now it's morphed into a serious legal spanking for the city attorney's office and an embarrassment for the city itself.
The only way that my client was able to get justice was to appeal and go up to the district court. Otherwise, it was fixed from the start. We did not have any opportunity for a fair trial.
Stephen Stubbs knew what he was getting into when he took on the case of John Hunt, the pedestrian protester whose one-man sidewalk crime spree had Boulder City abuzz back in 2016. Hunt was ticketed as part of a police sting to catch motorists who failed to stop at a crosswalk on the town's main drag. When Hunt returned to the scene and crossed the street twice in the course of 1 minute, police swooped in and took him to the ground, then took him to jail. Misdemeanor charges were filed, then later dropped by the city attorney. But when Hunt filed a civil suit over the arrest many months later, the city reinstated the charges and tacked on a few more. Stubbs felt the deck was stacked.
This thing was fixed from the beginning with Judge Miller. Judge Miller decided the case in writing before trial ever came, and he was forced to recuse himself.
Boulder City's only judge, Victor Miller, whose name is on the court building, was forced to withdraw from the case after he slapped Stubbs with a gag order when Stubbs had posted a comment on Facebook that was critical of new city attorney Stephen Morris. As Stubbs pointed out, Morris, the stake president in the LDS Church, is Judge Miller's religious leader, so the chance of Miller ruling against his religious leader was slim. After John Hunt was found guilty by a replacement judge, Stubbs appealed to district court. Judge Richard Scotti's blistering decision found the city had committed vindictive prosecution for filing new charges after Hunt had exercised his constitutional rights. The city knew Hunt was protesting and still charged him, an abridgment of free speech rights, the judge ruled. The charges were dismissed, but Stubbs says it's not the end of it because anyone else charged in Boulder City could face the same situation.
Judge Scotti did a fantastic job looking at the case and seeing that things were wrong and vindicating my client. But there's some serious problems in Boulder City, and I don't think they can be fixed with both Judge Miller and Steve Morris in the positions they're in.
The communications manager for Boulder City, Lisa LaPlante, told us this afternoon that the city respectfully disagrees with the ruling and said the pedestrian protest was the equivalent of yelling fire in a crowded theater, adding the city plans to appeal the decision. Stephen Stubbs also plans to add this to a lawsuit he filed against Boulder City that is now in federal court. Back to you.